to the new Midnight Show with VIC TERNO?
Hell yeah, it's a great show. It's on at midnight on Fridays.
Have you seen the new Midnight Show with VIC TERNO?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's a great show. It's funny, and they got lots of beautiful women.
Yeah, that's VIC TERNO. The new Midnight Show with VIC TERNO?
Did I see it? It's great. It's funny. They got beautiful women, sexy women. I watch it all the time.
This is Christina Lime from the Midnight Show with VIC TERNO. We're here with Joe Causey from CBS FM, and I gotta ask you a question. Do you watch the Midnight Show with VIC TERNO?
Every Friday night at midnight. That's the only time it's on, right?
Midnight, right? Yeah,
I'm there.
midnight.
I'm there. I love the show, and I love Vic. He's my favorite guy in the whole world.
How could you not love Vic?
Hey,
He's awesome.
forget about
He's
it.
the best host.
Tonight from New York, it's the
He's the
Midnight
man you
Show
wanna know,
with Mr. VIC TERNO.
He's giving all the love from God above. Vic
Tonight's
TERNO.
guest,
He speaks the truth and brings the news. Vic
Leandra
TERNO.
Ram.
Come on and clap your hands for the
Model
man.
actress Julie Wilson. Model dancer Julie Hedrischku. Model Miranda Panda. Model actress, makeup artist Nikki Phillip. Comedian Tom Pano. Now let's welcome the man of the hour, the Italian Johnny Carson, the godfather of all late night talk shows, Mr. VIC TERNO.
He's the man you want to know. Vic TERNO.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Midnight Show with VIC TERNO. We have
He
got,
speaks the truth.
I don't
and
want to
brings
say like
the
I'm
news.
conceited, but the Midnight Show, we have one of the best midnight shows tonight I think we've ever had. What do you think, Jimmy DeSola? Ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy DeSola, the Midnight Show announcer. We have one of the best shows that the Midnight Show, I think we're doing number 27 show, Jimmy? Is that it?
27,
Right? It's about number 27, right? Little Joe Barry. Ladies and gentlemen, look, my regulars on the show, we have Mr. Jojo Amandolari and Big Joe Barry, the famous star that stabbed Brad Pitt. Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we have a really big shoe, as our friend Mr. Ed Sullivan would say. But in all kidding around, I want to start off the show, as I always do, by thanking all the armed services, the NYPD, the FDNY, and again, all the armed services that protect us throughout the world, our Navy SEALs, all our units that take care of us. So let's have a round of applause for all the men and women that protect us day in and day out. Right? Okay, so here's the thing. Tonight, before we start the show, I just want to make a quick acknowledgement of the terror and destruction with the typhoon from the Philippines. I'm very upset, as we all are. I don't know if you know this, a lot of us in my studio audience and also my TV audience, but we have a very big Filipino following, and very close, a lot of them are very close to me, the Filipinos. So this especially hit home close to me in my heart. So what we like to do is just give all our best wishes, and later on the show, we're going to do a quick interview with two of my friends that will give us an update on what's happening over in the Philippines. But in the meantime, what do you say, Jojo, Jimmy? Should we get on with the Midnight Show, ladies and gentlemen? Huh? All right, can we get the Midnight Show theme up? Brian, we got the theme going, the Midnight Show theme? Okay, so we're going to get started with the show, and here we go. How about it, ladies and gentlemen?
He's the man you want to know. Vic TERNO. He's giving all the love from God above. Vic TERNO. He speaks the truth and brings the news. Vic TERNO.
Guest
Come on and clap your
co-hostess,
hands for the man.
the beautiful
Vic
and lovely
TERNO.
Julie Wilson. Can we have a round of applause for Julie? All right, Julie. Julie, thank you so much
Thank you for
for having you.
me.
It's such a pleasure
Thank
having
you.
you. What can I say? Julie is Julie. She's an aspiring model and actress. She's been in modeling for quite a while, but she's breaking into the acting area. And we're going to find a lot more about Julie tonight because she's going to be helping me with the Midnight Show, right, Julie?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So let's start off this way. Why don't we, first of all, hear from you and tell us a little bit about what you've been doing and a little bit about your career and about your life so far.
Okay. Well, I've been modeling for quite some time, probably for about 10 years. I started when I was younger with beauty pageants in the Bahamas and things like that. And now I am basically more runway.
Runway model.
Runway. Usually that's my specialty because I'm tall.
Yes.
So
Tall and beautiful.
tall. So it's been getting me a lot of work. And this past basically month, every day, I either have a shoot, fashion show, or something going on.
Wow.
Which is good. And
Now, what kind of project, what was your last project? What have you done?
well, I've been working with Pamela Quincy from Kill Me. She's a designer.
Okay.
Karen Santos. Actually, I have a shoot with her the 23rd. I have the biggest fashion show I'm ever doing, which I'm super excited about, is the 22nd at Dream Hotel.
Wow.
Yes.
She's a very busy lady. this
Yes,
lady.
it's Bikini and Couture. Actually, I brought a picture, so
Oh yeah,
a
we've
little
got
flyer.
it. By the way, we've got a couple
Yes.
of pictures to show of Julie and some of the work she's done. Can we get that? Can we get that into the sound?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get it up on the screen. But let me know when you get that in there, Brian, my floor manager and my coordinator. But tell me something. Which type of modeling do you enjoy the best? Runway,
I enjoy
print?
runway. Print's always good shooting, but when you're in a studio, it's not the same. When you're walking down a runway, you can be yourself. You can show off a little bit
You're in
more.
control.
I'm in control.
feel empowered.
Exactly, exactly. You have the photographers at the end of the runway taking pictures. It's always great to see. But when you're actually modeling the clothing, you can express yourself and be yourself. So
I've
it's
seen
more.
I've seen some of the work that she's done, and it is. I tell you, on the runway, she's a natural. You really are. I've seen you on the
thank you.
runway.
Thank you.
The way you photograph, just beautiful. And I just can't tell you just how perfect it looks when you're doing the
thank
modeling.
you.
Really. Do we have those up on the screen yet? All right. Well, they're working on getting them up. But tell us about what are some of the ones that we're going to be seeing. What do you have?
Well, you're going to be seeing Karen Santos. I'm doing that this upcoming week, Saturday. Actually doing another shoot for a company called Stay. So it's a bikini company I've been working with. I have probably about 5, 6 different projects going on.
Wow. Tell us a little bit about, my audience probably would like to know a little bit about your background. Tell us where you got started in doing this. You mentioned it was about 10 years ago?
About 10 years ago I started, and I took a little bit of a break.
But wait a minute, you're only 20. How could you start 10
Oh,
years ago?
no, I'm not 20. Thank you, though. Oh, thank you.
No, but let me just say this to you. The audience would like to know where you're from, your neighborhood. Give us
Yes.
a little feedback on that.
Yes, I'm Philadelphia, born and raised. Very
Philadelphia
proud. I know,
girl.
I'm in New York.
Land of
but-
friendly people,
yes,
huh?
brotherly
Rocky,
love.
up those steps up and down.
Exactly.
Sylvester
Exactly.
Stallone, I love it, I love it. So, I mean, did you start this, how did you get the idea of going into modeling? What age were
I
you?
always liked it. I did it probably when I was about 17. I
Oh,
started
that's
when I was 17, but actually this year is really when I started getting more involved. So I got a lot of new contacts, and just basically social media, I get basically hit up through emails, everything, every day for jobs. So I either need to pick and choose what I need to do because I'm so busy.
Now,
So-
you have a project coming up, you told me, that has to do with acting. Isn't that true?
Yes.
Can I hear about that from
Yes.
my audience?
Well, it's supposed to be undercover, but it's
Oh,
with the cool
oh,
jerks. I can't really
okay.
tell you exactly.
No, don't reveal anything.
Yeah, what the dialogue is.
Tell me later on alone? No?
Later on.
Okay.
Absolutely, only for you.
That's only for me.
Only for you.
I got it.
So December 1st, we're actually going to start filming and basically getting on the roll with that also.
Fantastic. I can't believe how good we are. Are we ready for these pictures yet? Oh, the pictures have been up already.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay.
That's fantastic. Are we done with the pictures already?
Done with pictures, yes.
Oh, they're done with them. Okay, so we already had those seen already.
Yeah, I
Oh,
got a
the audience
couple.
was in for a treat, huh?
That actually, they're the pictures you picked.
By
So
the
I
way,
didn't-
ladies
you
and
pick
gentlemen,
those.
my audience, I picked those pictures out.
Out of,
I just
out
wanna
of
make sure-
about 1,000.
out of
he
about
picked
1,000.
really good. Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't pick the bikini ones, but that's.
Well, don't think I didn't see those too, Julie.
I know.
But I made sure that I picked out the ones that I felt were most appropriate for our show. And actually, they're all beautiful. But there was one picture, and I know we've all seen it on the screen. It was a headshot of Julie, and I just thought, I love this. So natural, and like you really got a feel of her as a person.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why I like that.
That
one.
wasn't a professional
It
one.
wasn't
that
a pro. It
Just
was just a regular. You snapped the picture, and that was you. But it was what I saw in you that I liked. The real person, you know. Okay, you promised me $20 for that.
I'll give you 23.
23. Okay. Okay. So now, basically, there's something about. Now, you told me earlier that you wanted to move more in the direction of acting.
I do.
Like, what would you, Joe? Why do you keep looking at her and smiling? Is there a problem?
Joe.
Okay, that's a good enough reason. Joe Barry's the best.
Yeah,
Okay.
Joe.
Joe Barry. Joe Barry.
I can
You know, we
sit up
always
here and
talk-
look miserable too if you want.
Excuse me?
I can sit up here and look miserable.
Listen,
if you
after
want.
the argument that you had last week with Jimmy DeSola, we don't want any more trouble with you, Joe, okay? But in all kidding aside, what kind of roles would you pursue if you wanted to act?
To be honest with you, I love horror. Something horror-like. That's what I'm really into. That's my favorite kind of movies, and I'd probably be interested in that. It's dramatic.
Wow.
Something I would like to do.
Wow, that sounds interesting. I don't hear that often.
Yeah, it's different.
So we're going to get a remake of like Jason #6 or something with you in it?
Absolutely.
Oh,
I'll
okay,
try.
that sounds interesting. Well, you know, whatever you like to do, you know, but there is a way of going about it, and I would suggest to you that the best way to go about it is to try to get into the Screen Actors Guild. Because when you get into the Screen Actors Guild, you know you're playing with the heavy hitters. Now, it's not to say that you shouldn't do independence and get your experience, but to move in that direction, you know, that's when you really start to really sharpen up your forte for acting. That's my opinion. I'm in the Screen Actors Guild 21 years, and they back you up 100%, and it's a good thing to have that card.
Okay.
All right?
Well,
So
you
it
can
sounds-
teach me.
I'm going to, well, didn't we make a deal?
We made a deal. I'll teach you how to pose.
She
as
told-
long as you teach me how to
She's going to
act.
teach me how to pose and hold my legs straight up in the air, and I'm going to teach her how to. What do you think, everybody? We'll go for that or what?
Yeah, right?
All right. So, all right. So now, are you presently living in Philly?
Philadelphia.
Do you have any children? Do you
I have
fam-
two children.
You have two
I
children?
have two children.
Which pocket do you keep them in?
Oh, well, they're in the back seat. No,
That's wild. And how old
Yes.
are your children?
5 and 10.
Really? You have a 5 and a 10?
That's why I took a little time off.
I
of
thought you just
modeling.
graduated from high school.
Oh, no.
Wow, 5
Yes,
and 10.
thank you, though.
Boy and girl?
I have one boy, one girl.
Wow, interesting.
They
And
keep me busy, so I usually use my modeling as my hobby.
okay, 5 and 10. One of them's in first,
Kindergarten
kindergarten,
and 5th.
and the other one's in 5th grade. And what does the mister do?
I'm currently single, so.
Guys, take it easy. Joe, stay in
Currently
your seat.
single.
All right, she's single, but stay in your seat.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So now that we got a little bit of the background of your family, are you comfortable with like doing a co-hostess
Oh,
position?
absolutely.
You feel comfortable with that? I got to tell the audience. She doesn't know I'm going to say this, but when I was looking at her pictures, a portfolio on the web, I looked at one of her. She has a video. Julie has a video. It's like a regular backyard video with some family, and she's in the back dancing to this country western song with 2 other ladies in the family, and I just broke up into laughter. It was so cute, and what a good actress. Yeah. And I mean, it wasn't a bad, the bikini thing was nice to look at.
It was nice,
too,
right?
Yeah.
I liked being goofy.
But
That's one thing with me.
her natural goofiness, her sincerity in this, I mean, it's just, she was like she was bringing up the whole flavor of the atmosphere at the party, and it's just nice to see that. I loved it, her nature, and basically I just thought it was really nice. But I loved it, I really did.
Thank you.
Really nice. So now we're gonna get a flood of YouTube people watching.
I
now.
know, I know.
Okay, guys, I'll tell you what we're gonna do now. If it's okay with you as my co-hostess, which I'm very honored to have you here tonight, because you're taking the place of a very, very lovely girl that's my regular co-hostess. Her name is Christina Line, and everyone knows Christina Line. Everybody knows my Christina Line. She's another beauty. She's like you, a very sweet person. But let me tell you something. You're really keeping her end up.
Oh, good.
You're a pro. You're doing a beautiful
thank
job.
you. That's
So now, guys, let's move on. How about we go on to our first featured guest? All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next person I'm going to introduce is a very, very lovely young lady. She's very well known as a singer on the circuit. There's a lot of things to this young lady, which we're going to find out in a little while. But She's a singer and a professional singer. She's got a very big story behind her about her, how she came to us in this world, about how she perfected her craft, if I may say that, her singing. And she's multi-talented, faceted. I'm sure she's got the acting abilities in her too, and any other thing that she liked to do. She's got a book out. She had a very sad time of a certain situation which she went through, but she came out a better person for it, and she's very sensitive to this particular situation that happened to her, so she helps others that might fall into this problem. And you're wondering, Vic, what are you talking about? You're going to find that out very shortly. She's going to talk about it. So we have a really exciting show when it comes to this, Julie. She's, a very interesting person. So what I'd like to do, we're going to introduce her. Can the studio, can we get her song ready to play? The song ready. Can we get the song ready to play for this young lady? Because I'd like to start off with her singing. She's very talented. And we'd like to, introduce you to her. As soon as the song is ready to play, we will. But her name is Leandra Ram, and we're going to learn all about her in a few minutes. But we need to get the song ready to play so we can have her sing first. Are we ready to go? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, can we have Leandra Ram? Can we have a big round of applause for her to sing for us? Welcome, Leandra.
Thank you.
Nice to have you.
Thanks for that beautiful introduction.
Are you kidding? We're so happy to have you. We're going to get your song ready for you right now. And in the meantime, I wanted just the audience to meet Leandra Ram. You're very big, I understand, on Broadway, from what I've seen, right? You do Broadway? And what are some of the other things that you do, that you're involved
I've
with?
recorded a bunch of songs. As my manager, Freddie, has produced a lot of these wonderful songs. One of them I'm about to sing is called You. And I've also been on television. I was on Lifetime Television last year. I have a new show. I'm going to tell you all about it on the Discovery Channel coming out. It's a story about my life.
Ladies and gentlemen, Discovery Channel. How's that?
Fantastic.
Leandra, we're getting your song. Leandra, let's introduce my new talent co-coordinator of the Midnight Show, and your manager, ladies and gentlemen, Fred Kasia. Fred Kasia. Fred, I'll tell you, it's a pleasure to have you here tonight. And now I want to just, introduce you to the audience that you're permanently with the Midnight Show as the co-talent coordinator.
I'm glad to be working with you.
Right, and while we're on your topic, I want to introduce three more. Do we have beautiful ladies here tonight, my audience?
Absolutely.
Do we have beautiful ladies in my audience tonight? I mean, really, I'm very conceited tonight. This is Vic Terno's conceited night. Because I have beautiful ladies in my audience.
It's your night of beauty.
It's my night of beauty.
So.
And what's better to have beauty on your birthday, right?
Beauty on
But
your
I want to
birthday.
introduce three more beautiful ladies. Wait, take it easy, guys. I want to introduce you to three more beautiful ladies. First of all, I want to introduce you to a very interesting lady, a beautiful girl, and she knows, she's turned around and looked at me. A beautiful girl, Julie Petrescu. Wait a minute before you clap. Julia is a model, a dancer. She's a TV talk show host of Fashion Week. And can we have a really nice round of applause for Julie Petrescu? All right. Julie, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, girl. We're happy to have you. Let me just introduce the other two girls, and then we're going to start to talk to you guys until we're ready with that song. I'd like to introduce the next girl, whose name is, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Miranda Panda. Miranda. Here we go. Hi, Miranda. How are you? Good to have you with us tonight.
Looking beautiful.
Beautiful girl, beautiful girl. I have all beautiful. I tell you, I'm conceited tonight. Nick, take it easy. Stay on that side of the camera. Anyway, finally, we have another beautiful lady. Not only is she pretty, and she's very involved in different things, modeling and whatnot. We'll find out more later. But she's a professional makeup artist. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Nikki Phillips, a beautiful Nikki Phillips. Here she goes. She's another beautiful girl gracing the Midnight Show stage with Vic Terno. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Welcome to the show, to Vic Terno Midnight Show, Nikki. It's nice to have you here. You're welcome. You're welcome. How we doing with that show? We ready to go yet?
Yeah, they're ready.
Okay, can we get that song going, and can we have Leandra Ram? Sure. Can we get that song on so we can hear it in the studio? Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a round of applause for Leandra Ram? Can we have a round of applause for Leandra Ram? Come on, that was Leandra.
Good job. Beautiful voice.
Leandra, can I have your hand? It was beautiful. Beautiful. Round of applause, come on, one more time. Come and sit, Leandra, come and sit. Ladies and gentlemen, I also want to say, along with the song that she did so beautiful, the author, the writer of that song is Mr. Fred Kasia.
Oh, Fred, you're so talented.
Danny Nova, he's a big time.
Danny Nova, along with Fred Kasia.
He co-wrote the song with me.
Beautiful.
I want to give credit to everybody, you know.
But the way that she sang it,
yeah, she did a great.
Phenomenal, Leandra, phenomenal.
Thank you.
I was moved, and I'm a musician and singer from the '70s. But when I hear talent, you have talent. You're natural. The flow is natural, beautiful. When I get moved with a song, it's the voice that is that bond between the listener and the singer. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
What do you think, Julie?
Unbelievable. Beautiful. Can't beat a beautiful voice, beautiful face. You got it all.
You got it all. You got it all, girl. Julia, what do you think, Julia?
I think a beautiful lady and the song is amazing.
Smart. She's smart too. She could tell she's smart. She's
Miranda?
Yeah, I liked it. It
What
was
do
a
you
really
think?
good song.
Nice?
Really good song, yeah.
Beautiful song,
I was
right?
moved by it too.
Joe?
Very good.
Joe says it's good, you're in. All right, guys? Everybody said, Nikki, good? Beautiful. Undertaker?
Excellent. There you go.
There we go.
That song is actually available on iTunes if anyone
Well,
wants
no, we
to
have to
find
tell the
it.
audience. Would you please tell them where that's available to the camera?
Sure. So the song is called You. It's available on iTunes. So if you go on iTunes or on Amazon, you can download it.
You know, when I hear that song, Fred, credit to you, the writer, and the way Leandra sings it. When I hear that song, I want to tell my audience, I get a peace over me. You know, like a subtle peace, an enjoyment, and it's her voice in combination with the lyrics and with the whole song itself, the melodic value of the song. So it's one of the nicest songs I've heard in today's market. You know, I don't like a lot of songs today. I mean, I'm used to the 60s, 70s, and 80s where they're coming out every week, blockbusters, you know, like $1 million sellers, so I'm spoiled. Today, I don't really, there's some good music, yes, but not like it once was. And when I hear songs like this of quality, that moves me.
I would have loved to sing you back then with the hairdo. Did you
I'm going to say,
you had it.
Yeah, I
John
had to
Travolta,
sing.
Saturday Night Fever. You gotta
I had to say it.
I know John. I met him once. We did a movie, something together, and I used to hang out where he shot the Saturday Night Fever at 2001 Odyssey. I was there.
Did you compare hair tips?
Let me say it to you this way, folks. Dancing with the Stars. I want to dance off with John Travolta, and I'll show you what I could do. How about it, right?
Let's do it.
That was a big error.
You remember that? Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, 2001 Odyssey, guys, was the club in Brooklyn. It was a real club, and I hung out there. I danced there. I did the Soul Makusa. Remember the Soul? Mamaku, Mamasa, Mamaku, Musa. I did all. That's where I used to dance, 17 years old. And John filmed that at the 2001 Odyssey in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, which is a big Italian-American area in Brooklyn. And thank you. I still go there all the time, hang out at Spumoni Gardens with my friend Joe, the owner. But all kidding aside, that's where it was actually filmed. And the pizza place where he hung out, walked in front of eating his pizza, that's where I hung out. Those are my places. So I used to see him there with Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester was friends with him. And when he was filming this movie, he came down and they hung out together at Lenny's Pizza Place on 86th Street.
Oh.
So a little bit of nostalgia, guys, okay?
All right.
So I thought you liked that, all right?
Little history.
All right?
That's good stuff.
But Julie, I want that, Julie, and my whole gang here, Leandra, Miranda, I want to get that dance off with John Travolta at 2001 Odyssey again in Brooklyn, and we'll put it on Dancing with the Stars. What do you think? Would that really be something?
That's a good idea, man.
Right? You know what an audience that would bring on Dancing with the Stars? John Travolta and me having a dance with the guy from Brooklyn, the real deal. Be something about we really like to see. Okay, well now let's get into talking to Leandra. Now that we've listened to your beautiful voice, now there's a couple things that my audience would like to know, and we're going to start like this. Leandra, you're such an interesting woman, lady, individual that I don't know where to start, but I'll start here. I know there's a story behind you, but I don't want to get into that yet. Then there's the other one with the book, how you were born and all that stuff. But let's start like this. Let's start at your childhood and youth. Can you tell my audience, which a lot of them know about you already, but the ones that don't, could you tell them the uniqueness of how you came about into this world, a little bit about you?
Sure. I'll start by saying my grandmother was watching the Donahue Show.
Really?
Yes. And
Phil Donahue, big talk show host, back in the day, married to that girl, Danny Thomas's daughter. Do I got it right?
Yeah.
And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I like to give you the big picture. Danny Thomas, you may not know it, but he's the creator of St. Jude's Hospital. That deserves a round of applause.
Wow.
You know what really bothers me, my audience? Marlo Thomas. Do you know what, thank you, my floor coordinator, Brian Lipower. Do you know what really bothers me in this world today? Why I love being a talk show host? I love people, but the thing that really I love, I want to tell the new generations the great good things the past generations have done. If you don't tell them, they don't know. Just like the information I just gave you, Danny Thomas. Most of them will say, what's a Danny Thomas? Danny Thomas, how many children has he saved and rescued that are grown today from St. Jude Hospital, which is free for cancer patients and the children?
Wow, that's amazing.
Who could believe that?
That's
I mean,
amazing.
that is an undertaking that's beyond even belief. You do have the Shriners, which I happen to be a Mason as well, but the Shriners also have free hospitals for children. But what Danny Thomas did was phenomenal. So, not to take you off the focus off you, Leandra, but please continue. Tell us how you came into this world and how this all came about.
Sure. So my grandmother was watching the Phil Donahue show. There was a little boy on the show that was born through this factory, this genius factory.
Wow, a genius factory. Get this, guys.
And my parents were trying to have children for about 8 years, but they were not successful.
Where was my genius factory when I wanted to be born? I got left on a corner with a little bazooka bubble gum, and that's how I got started. Just kidding. Go ahead, Leandra.
So my grandmother called my mother and she said, this is what you need to do. Because they were going to adopt, or they were just going to not have children altogether.
So Grandma was behind you?
Yep.
Is Grandma with us?
No,
Oh,
unfortunately.
did you know Grandma?
Yes, we were best friends.
You were tight.
Very tight.
And she used to go, I'm the one that got you going, Leandra.
Right.
Go ahead, Leandra, I'm sorry.
So later they found out that my father is infertile, and that's why they weren't able to have children. So this genius sperm bank, is what it was called, is what they used, where the donors were color-coded.
Right.
So
They're anonymous.
Anonymous. And
So they're anonymous to this day.
To this day.
And they don't know who it is either. They have no idea your connection to them, right?
No, unless they saw me on a TV show. I've been on
Okay.
I've been on CNN, The View, Good Morning
But
America.
how would they know exactly who, you know?
Because the donors
Must they recognize you?
The donors were color-coded. So the donor that I had was donor clear.
I see.
To keep their
anonymous.
Right.
Anonymous.
So.
Isn't this fascinating, audience?
Yeah, it is.
Really?
Educational,
I'm telling
too.
you,
It's
yes, it is educational.
learning.
Leandra, please.
The
We love you, Leandra. We're glad you're here.
Oh, the story gets even more surreal and
But
weird.
we're glad you're here. That's the important thing.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Good. I mean, in life, period, we're glad you're here.
Oh, thank you. So this genius sperm bank is how I came about. The donors were Nobel Peace Prize winners or Olympic gold medalists.
Wow.
Very, very accomplished.
Very
men.
accomplished individuals.
Yes. I don't know who mine is still to this day.
Wow.
Then I was on, well, okay, that's that part of my life. So that's a nutshell of
Right. Interesting. Wild. Okay. Well, that's part of it. Now, because we don't want to run short on time, we got so many guests. We want to know about the raising your voice. Well, before raising your voice, tell us about. Listen to this, audience. We've got really famous people in our midst here. Leandra Ram is going to be on Lifetime.
I was already.
Was on Lifetime.
Yeah, Discovery.
On Discovery Channel. You got to tell us a quick synopsis of that.
Yes.
How was that going? How did that come about?
So what happened was, because I was born this unique way, I was on a plethora of media. Like I said, The View, Good Morning America.
You did The View,
I
Good
was on
Morning
The View,
America.
yeah.
How long ago?
It was a while ago. It was
A couple years?
It was in 2005.
Wow.
Yeah, I was on a whole bunch of media because I was in a book called The Genius Factory.
Wow.
So I did all of this. I had like my 15 minutes of fame. I unfortunately became the victim of a cyber stalker.
Yes, that's the book, Stalking the Diva. Ladies and gentlemen, can we get a shot of this? Her book, Stalking the Diva? You got it? Okay, I just wanted to show that. Yeah, go ahead, continue.
So for 6
Take a look at that,
years, a man from Singapore who I've never met used the internet to harass me and stalk me. I have over 5,000 emails.
Where did this guy come from? What state was he in?
Singapore.
A different country.
Singapore?
It was even here.
And he's threatening you from Singapore?
Yep, I got multiple death threats, over 5,000 emails, bomb threats, pictures of guns. He had pictures of guns. His whole family.
Pictures of guns.
What do we have a clip of? We have a clip?
Yeah, we have the clip of the Discovery Channel.
Okay, let's run that clip.
All it had to take was him to get just a little bit more angry, and he was gonna hire a hitman. Like, when someone's that crazy, it's like you don't play with fire. The volume of emails, the volume of, I hate you, I'm gonna kill you, you're a whore, you're a slut, you're a bitch, it just built up to the point where it's like I had to take matters into my own hands, and that's why I decided to talk to him. This is the last email you will ever receive from me in your entire life, and that's it. And I ended the email with game over.
Now, fill this
That's
in.
it.
How did this finally end?
It finally ended because I hired a data forensic examiner who had connections with the Secret Service.
Wow.
The Secret Service put a mandate on the Singapore police.
We're talking CIA stuff here.
Oh, yeah.
Vic.
And that's, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say, when I became her manager, all of a sudden, I got a gun.
Are you sure you were playing two roles as bodyguard?
No.
You got that look, that Italian, you know.
No, I actually had a gun to my head I pressed on the computer, and all of a sudden I see this guy with a gun pointed to my head.
Really?
With a bullet going through my eye because I was involved with it.
You
And
mean he superimposed it on the computer?
Yeah, he found out about,
About you.
from watching all the vids that I put up.
So he's going to get you out of the way.
Yeah,
So you were also on the hit list.
Yeah, right. But
Wow.
we didn't know if he
But at
was.
least you had company, Leandra, right?
Yeah, right.
You weren't alone after that.
All
Right.
go ahead.
You had Fred with you all the time. So you
And
both-
his family, every
Oh,
my family
exactly.
member.
Threatened my family.
I had a good place in Brooklyn I could have hid you out. You know, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
So what happened was
Yeah.
the Secret Service put a mandate on the Singapore police.
Uh-huh.
They arrested him in 2011,
Okay.
and he's currently awaiting trial.
Was he a native Singaporean?
Yes.
Wow.
And so the last...
He spoke English and all that?
Yeah. He actually was a student at Harvard University
How old
at
was
one
this guy?
point. He's in his mid-30s now.
Wow.
He
Is he in
was-
jail?
He's in jail now.
How long has he got to go?
Well, the trial is about to commence, so he's in
Really?
pre-trial right now, so it's actually going to be all over CNN and
When was he
everything.
arrested? How long ago?
He was arrested in 2011 for the very first time. He wasn't prosecuted.
So they kept him in there for jail all this time?
No, he was released after just a couple months.
Bail? They gave him bail?
No, while the Attorney General was reviewing the case and reviewing all the emails, he was on what we would have here as like a probation
Yes.
and a restraining order.
Lucky he didn't run anywhere, didn't take off, you know?
Well, they had restrictions.
Oh, they
like,
had restrictions.
They monitored his activity.
His passport and all that
Exactly.
stuff. Fascinating story.
So now the trial is about to commence.
Wow.
So it's a pretty big deal.
Amazing.
And I've started a organization. It's called the RAM Initiative. So we're trying to correct cyberstalking laws and amend those cyberstalking laws that exist.
Amazing.
I'm working with students at different universities. I just spoke at Norwich University, which is America's first military college. And I'm educating students and helping other victims to go
Fantastic.
through this. That's great.
It's so beautiful that you're involved, and it's a shame that you went through this, but you turned into something good where you're helping other people.
Right.
Round of applause for Leandra Ram. Fantastic, Leandra.
And I just want to add, the Discovery Channel show is an hour-long episode.
Wow.
So there's an actress playing me. There's
Where
an
can
actor
we see
playing
this? Is
Freddie.
it on YouTube? Where can we see it?
It
Reruns?
hasn't come out yet.
Oh, it
I
hasn't
believe
come
they
out
got
yet.
an actor playing me, Vic.
No.
Really?
Who's gonna play you?
I don't know.
All right, listen, guys, we're gonna move on because we have a short time left. I want to introduce the rest of my guests right now. We also have a comedian who's going to be coming in, but let me introduce right now, Julia Petrescu. We're gonna talk to her about her. We got Miranda Panda. Right, and we got Nikki Phillips. So I want to talk to all three of you guys. Let's start with you, Julia. Tell us like what you're into right now. What are you doing?
First of all, I have to say that I came to United States from very small...
Yeah, we want to know about your background. Let's hear about your background. It's very interesting and very inspiring.
I came to United States in 2006. Let's say I've been always very concurrent person, so I like to, if I see something, I'm gonna get it, so I always know what I want. So I got into, of course, I went through a lot, and for me to get where I am right now, it was quite a challenge, yeah.
Wow, and tell me about where you actually came from and how you got here, and tell me the story about the amount of money you had in your pocket at the time.
That's what I told him. I came with $35 in my pocket to New York City.
Started off
35 to New York.
35 bucks.
Risque, huh?
I'm a survivor, that's definitely it.
What did you do? How did you do that?
I went to work at McDonald's.
Oh, wow. See that?
Come on, guys. This is inspiring lady.
It is. That's hard work,
I mean, how many
too.
guys
That
can say
is.
$35 in a pocket and they come from another country and went right to work right into McDonald's? I mean, that's phenomenal. You have my respect
Absolutely.
just for that.
And look at you now. You're doing great.
Hey, it's America, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's good. But it takes people with drive that have that spiritual ambition that they want to get further and move up. And we need more of that in America today.
You have to know what you want. And I'm telling you that everything is possible. You can do anything you want because you have to want something really, really bad.
You know what I'm worried about in America? I'm going to tell you, Julie, and I want my audience to hear this. Let me say this the right way. We all have bad times.
Mm-hmm.
I've been up on the top, personally, and I've been on the bottom, financially. And I'm glad they have all the government programs to help us, because when people need it, mothers, individual guys, fathers, mothers, whatever it might be, it's good that we have it. Food stamp program, this and that. But what I'm worried about is the psychology that I think is being pushed in our country, which is very poor. And the psychology is get the check, stay home, and relax, because we're going to take care of you. That is the worst thing that America could ever dream of, because this country was built on ladies like Julia.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Great point.
And this is, we don't want to turn this into a socialistic welfare state.
Political.
We're just going to sit back and, you know what, get a larger and larger welfare roll. If you need it and you got a problem, you have to have it. There's no arguing that point. But we don't want the psychology where you don't have that capitalistic, democratic enthusiasm to be better, make more money. We want that. It's America. We were brought up by our forefathers on that, and we're going to stick to that. And we're never going to change that. Am I right?
Absolutely.
So let's try to keep that. So you worked for McDonald's. How did you get into the modeling?
It's all about connections in New York City. You just meet a right person and you're right there.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So yeah.
Well, a lot of it has to do with your personality and you as a person, right? You didn't just walk up to somebody and say, I want to be a model.
No, the guy who I met, we're actually very good friends for now, and he's been managing me. So he put me a lot of projects and new ideas. So this is how he got me into modeling.
Fantastic. Well, we got you here on the Midnight Show, and we're glad.
I'm flattered. I'm very flattered.
Julia, no, you're beautiful. You're entertaining. You're Romanian, you're Russian, you got everything going for you, and now you belong to America, and we love you. So we're going to have you here for a long time. Right, audience? And we're going to have you back again. Now, let's talk to Miranda Panda.
Yeah.
I want to know more about you now. You didn't say a word today. So
well, I mean, you've been talking to everybody. But,
I know. Tell us about you, Miranda. Tell us where you grew up, where you live.
I'm actually from Bensonhurst, Brooklyn.
Bensonhurst, Brooklyn!
Yeah.
There you go.
Brooklyn girl.
Yeah. So,
Can you tell us a little about, what are you into now? What are you doing? You're modeling? What
I mean, I model, I act, I also co-host sometimes. And I'm on Fred's Pro Football Picks every Thursday at 7.
There you go.
Yeah.
The lock of the week is the New York teams.
That's my main thing I'm doing now. So.
And you do modeling. I saw some of your portfolio pictures. Phenomenal. Beautiful.
Yeah, I've done a lot of photo shoots.
You look great.
And stuff. Thank you. Yeah.
Definitely on top.
Yeah, I've got some bikini ones.
Beautiful.
So, yeah.
I loved it. You look fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah.
Now, also, we got to get to Nikki. Nikki, tell us about you, Nikki Phillips. Tell us a little bit about. I know you're a professional makeup artist and model, right?
Oh, look how fabulous she is.
She's beautiful. She's sweet.
She really is.
Tell us some of the things. I mean, do you do this currently? You do the makeup thing?
Yes, I'm a full-time celebrity makeup artist.
Wow, full-time celebrity.
Yes, right
beautiful.
now I'm working with celebrity hairstylist Dia Barbell. She styled for plenty of celebrities, and now I'm in that team. I'm in that circle.
Wow.
I'm a full-time. Actually, I can say I've done it on my own. I went to agencies and they said, oh,
And you're a model too.
Yes,
I mean, how could you not be? Look at that. You're beautiful.
Her physique.
And I've done everything on my own. I've been in MTV videos, CMT.
Oh, you done the MTV video things?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Essence, TV, interviews, everything. I've been in magazines. I've done all of it.
Here's a microphone. Take that microphone. Yeah, there we go. Yes, continue.
I get a mic. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I've done everything on my own, and I just feel very blessed. I'm always in the right places at the right time. And basically,
Yeah, well, you're on the Midnight Show.
Yes, I
right?
am. Thank you, and I'm honored. I'm always in the right place at the right time.
And we're honored to have you with us,
Thank
too.
you.
Absolutely.
And I can honestly say I'm thankful because my talent has gotten me through the door.
Well, we love having you. You're a lovely lady. We got you here with us now. And I have to say, audience, again, I have the hottest ladies on my show tonight. Come on, how about it? And I also want a round of applause from my audience, for my audience. Let's clap for the audience.
Thank you.
I got a great audience tonight.
You got a comedian, right?
All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, before we run out of time, I have a special treat. We also have a comedian, but I want to introduce him to you now because we're running out of time.
And we got a special Christmas song,
And
too.
we got a special Christmas song, and we got another special treat for you at the end of the night also.
Oh, yeah.
But let's move right along now. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you a gentleman that's going to be, has a circuit around New York City and the tri-state area. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Tom Pano.
Hey,
Thank you.
There we go. Get that microphone going.
All right, how we doing tonight? We doing all right out there?
How you doing, Tom?
All right, good. I love doing comedy. I used to do office work. I had some really tough bosses. Like I had this one boss. Every day he'd say, "So Tom, working hard or hardly working? Working hard or hardly working?" Well, I finally had enough. I snuck up behind him, wrapped my arm around his neck, squeezed it, and said, "Well, boss, breathing hard or hardly breathing?" So then when I got fired, my girlfriend dumped me. Which was so stupid because now I had more time for her, right? I have a good girlfriend now, but I used to go crazy trying to meet women. I mean, I went to this club once. Maybe it was 2001 Odyssey. I went up to this girl.
I
and
thought I
said,
recognized you, Tom.
Yeah, I know. You might have seen me go up to this girl and said, "Hey, babe, what's your sign?" "Keep off." I've done a lot of things trying to meet women. I actually went to church, saw this great-looking woman, and I said, "Honey, you are gorgeous, and you might be the answer to my prayers." She said, "Wow, you might be the answer to my prayers. Do you have $5,000? I said, "Honey, you better pray for a miracle." I'd like to get married someday. I would. I've been going to a lot of weddings. I went to this one wedding recently, half Italian, half Jewish, and everything at this Italian-Jewish wedding was done 50-50. Even the songs. Hava, your mother. Hava, your mother. I mean, everything at this wedding was half Italian, half Jewish. Like they made the men wear yarmulkes, but on the yarmulkes was an advertisement for Vito's Pizzeria. It was a family wedding. It was my Uncle Chooch was there.
Uncle Chooch.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't name him. What can I tell you? He was in a very good mood, though, because after 18 years, he finally got his birthday wish. Parole. Now, my grandmother was there. She's not too happy with me because I recently took her to the Antiques Roadshow and got a good price for her. So she's a little upset. You know, a lot of things upset me, like traveling on the subways. You ever seen some of the subway cars, they have poetry? Something called poetry in motion? I'd like to write my own subway poetry. Roses are red, violets are pink. I travel the subway. Boy, does it stink. I asked the conductor, "Will my train be delayed?" And he eloquently replies, "And have a nice day." Crazy.
It sounds like it, Tom. That's what it sounds
Yes,
like.
yes.
That's when the speakers work.
Exactly. That's when they work. Imagine what they sound like when they don't
I can
work.
imagine, yeah.
I know. I used to take cabs. I read that the cab drivers in New York speak over 60 different languages, and not one of them is English. Amazing. You know, I actually read they want to have a dress code for cab drivers. A dress code. See, I don't care what my cab driver wears, as long as it doesn't tick. I don't want my cab driver wearing anything that ticks, you know. I wish I was young again, you know. I remember when I was younger, I didn't have to worry about that stuff. My mother would dress me and pick out my clothes. But she hasn't done that for 2 years now. You know, it's been a while. Yeah, you know, so I remember I went to a lot of tough schools, though. And I had a lot of tough teachers, like this one, Mrs. Godzilla. Yeah, I'll tell you how tough she was. During recess, when we played dodgeball, she drove the Dodge.
Okay, guys, let's hear it for
Thank
Mr.
you.
Tom Pano. Whoa!
My God!
Wait a minute, what's going on here?
Happy birthday, Vic! Happy birthday!
Oh, you should have done that.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Vic. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Vic Terno! Good night, Joe!
Okay, guys, my wish. Okay, normally we don't tell wishes. My wish is for everybody in this world to love one another and get along.
Aw, sentimental.
Amen.
Happy birthday, Vic. Any more?
Thank you, guys.
You got a Christmas song.
Guys, listen, it's running late. Let's hear Leandra Ram sing the song that Fred Kashi wrote. It's a Christmas song. Fred, tell us what it's about.
It's about Christmas. It's a magical Christmas cheer. It's the verse is when you're older and when you were young type of thing. You'll hear the words. It's great. Great words.
We have that ready in the back room?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
For the formal.
Thank you, Leandra.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy your
I do. I enjoyed it already. Julie gave me a piece of strawberry already. Delicious. There we go.
It's gonna be a merry, merry Christmas. It's gonna be a great year. It's gonna be everything you dreamed of. It's gonna be a
Come on, round of applause for Leandra. Merry Christmas. Oh, fantastic. Leandra, I can't tell you, we're so lucky to have you here tonight.
Thank you for having me on your birthday.
I love you. Thank you so much, Leandra.
Thank you.
Guys, very quickly, I want to make a quick mention of the Filipino typhoon. We have two guests here that are very good friends of mine, Susan Levine, Mel Benedicto. Come on over, guys. Can you tell us, do me a favor, guys, go over to that microphone right there, you and Susan both, and just tell the audience a little bit about what's going on with the Filipino rescue operation. And we're going to close our show off with that, because it's very important.
Good evening, Vic,
Good
and
evening.
thank you for inviting us to talk about the country's problem now.
Mel Benedicto and Susan Levine.
Yeah. And as you all may have known, our country, the Philippines, was struck by a very catastrophic super typhoon last week. Very, very. Stronger than Katrina and Sandy combined. It's category 5. And it produced 13 feet of water inland with a 300 miles per hour wind gust.
Could you tell us very quickly, Mel, because we're about to close the show,
Yeah.
what exactly do we have in place now to help the Philippines? What we can do here?
Oh, it will take a lot and a longer time because it devastated the area of Tacloban. If you remember, Tacloban was the site where General Douglas MacArthur promised that I shall return. And the Americans did return also last week to bring about help. U.S. Navy, U.S. Marines, they were all there. They were the first responders of the typhoon.
So what can we do now to help before the show closes?
All right, you can give your donations to the Philippine Red Cross,
Okay.
UNICEF, Habitat, and Doctors Without Borders.
Okay, and Susan, do you want to say anything, Susan?
Yeah, Susan's brother was
Really? Oh my God, is he okay?
It's so devastating. One of my brother is also there, but we just pray for a miracle that
Okay,
everything will
okay, guys, we got to close the show out. Let's pray for them in the Philippines, okay? And everyone, say goodnight. Say goodnight for the midnight show, everybody. Good night, everyone. Good night, everybody.
It's the midnight show with VIC TERNO.